You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White sports fans. We're living in crazy times. You guys already know that because a lot of our topics we talk about is pretty crazy here on this channel. But I must say that I have lost pretty much all faith in institutions of higher learning. I really have. And I'm someone that actually has 2 degrees, undergrad and a master's degree. And I've lost complete faith almost in institutions of higher learning because we have seen how wokeness has pretty much taken over these universities. And we're living in an era now where everything is deemed to be offensive. Folks, an actual rock was deemed to be racist, and it was actually removed because a rock was racist. I'm not making this up. I'm really not making this up, folks. This is the kind of craziness and the crazy times we're living in right now. So that brings us to Valparaiso University, the Crusaders, or should I say the institution, the university formerly known as the Crusaders, because now if you go to a sporting event at Valparaiso, they will not be the Crusaders. Why, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It has now been deemed offensive and racist. I'm not making this up, guys. Check this out here. Valparaiso U releases new nickname after dropping Crusaders because it was too violent. Crazy. Valparaiso University, located in landlocked Valparaiso, Indiana, announced Tuesday that the school will now be nicknamed the Beacons after it dropped Crusaders as its previous nickname because it made some at the school think of violence and, quote, aggressive religious oppression. And what is this religious oppression? That would actually be the Crusades that happened in like the early 1100s, somewhere around there, where you had the Christians and the Muslims, fighting over Jerusalem. Yeah. So they have now canceled that because of the fight between the Crusaders, who are Christians. And by the way, folks, guess what? Valparaiso is supposed to be a Christian university, run by Lutherans. But now they have bent the knee to wokeness. It goes on here. It says, quote, "We are beacons," the school announced via social media channels, adding this nickname directly connects to our motto, "In thy light, we see light." The interim school president, Khaled Irwin Knott, said in February that Valpo had to act because the nickname had been used by hate groups. So they're going to let hate groups win the culture war over their name. So they're perfectly okay letting the quote unquote racists take over their name. It says this, quote, "Unfortunately, the Crusader and its symbols related to the Crusades have been embraced and displayed by hate groups," Irwin Knott told the New York Times. In fact, the newspaper of the KKK carries the name The Crusader, and this is not something we want to be connected with Valparaiso University in any way. Oh my goodness. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but when I think of Crusader, does the Klan actually come to mind? No, absolutely not. I can't think of anybody that thinks of the Klan when they think of Crusaders. When I hear the name Crusaders, yeah, I think of the actual Crusades that happened. And if you are a student at Valparaiso University or a fan, you're thinking of their mascot. But oh no, even on Outkick it says, right, because the first thing people thought of when they heard of the Valparaiso Crusaders was a KKK newspaper. Guys, the Klan is pretty much irrelevant right now. I can't think of the Klan having that much power to where people actually think of Crusaders and the Klan and think of that over Valparaiso. I just don't get it. It's ridiculous. But they even say it's sort of like people in Minnesota thinking the use of master bedroom in real estate listing is a huge trigger. You know what? It is now, too. They're going after master bedroom and all that because they have now deemed that racist. Folks, everything is racist today. This is ridiculous. So now they call themselves the Beacons. Now, guys, we know if this keeps going on like this, the word beacon will be deemed racist one day too. I mean, you will never, ever be able to please the woke mob. But it says here, but here we go. Here we are with the school becoming the Beacons and getting a fresh new logo. That looks absolutely terrible, folks. It does. But Outkick even gives a history lesson here. Now for a Valparaiso University history lesson and its real connection to the KKK. The school can change its name all it wants, but it can't change the fact that the school was nearly taken over by the Klan in 1923. In the end, the Klan had trouble coming up with the $350,000 to buy the campus and the $1 million that was offered up as an endowment. By 1925, the Lutherans swooped in and saved the financially ruined school and brought it back from such financial straits that leadership nearly sold it all to the Klan. So that is the history there. The Lutherans, the Christians, came in and saved the university. And now this school has deemed the Crusaders, a Christian name, to be offensive. Offensive because of what happened with the Crusades with the Muslims. Now, what they don't want to talk about is the Muslims is also, fought the Christians as well. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson here. I'm kind of a history buff myself. If you look at the Eastern Roman Empire, 1453, which is known as the Byzantine Empire, it was Christian. Guess who destroyed the empire? It was the Muslim Turks. Is anybody calling for the cancellation of the Turkish people today? It's completely ridiculous, but I digress. But you can see here, this is Valparaiso University's statement here, talking about we are the Beacons now. This is just completely insane, guys, completely insane. But I'm not surprised with the crazy times we're living in right now where every single thing has been deemed offensive. I don't know what they're actually teaching at these universities. I really don't know. But as somebody that's been in colleges, leftist academics and professors, they have definitely taken over the school system. It's gotten completely out of hand. I mean, I studied economics, and one thing they push in economics is definitely the teachings of John Maynard Keynes, Keynesian economics, which is a leftist economics. He was a liberal, but I digress. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of Valparaiso University dropping the name Crusaders? So when you go to a football game, go to a basketball game, you will not see the Crusaders anymore. You have to adopt to the Beacons. I don't know what their new mascot looks like. I really don't. This is completely ridiculous, but it's not surprising. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.